Hey Tech Bros or Tech Bras / Burs. I'm not sure I want to be involved with any
Thanks,
of
Dick
those.
Tucker.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We have two examples of some very high quality console targeting big budget games in The Witcher 4 in Unreal Engine Tech Demo 4 and GTA 6. How do they compare for you? What's good about each? Not exactly asking which you think is better.
Oh.
I just don't know how else to frame it. It's just interesting that we have a great example of high quality Unreal Engine title and a high quality proprietary engine Rage demonstrated on PS5 hardware. One is 30 FPS, GTA, one is targeting 60, The Witcher. So both are very impressive, but with one targeting 30 and the other targeting 60, makes for an uneven comparison in a sense. Add that both employ ray tracing, although it's a bit unknown for Witcher 4, but GTA 6 RT seems very impressive on console. We'll be interested in your thoughts. Thanks, and remember, don't be a Richard, which is sage advice. Yeah, I mean, what can we say? We don't really know what we're going to get with GTA 6. The trailer certainly looks good, and The Witcher is essentially a tech demo. I mean, it's not really the game. But I kind of detecting that, well, from my perspective at least, it's almost like the generation is finally kicking into gear. We had like years of cross-gen games, which I do think at this point probably held back the development of features like this and technologies like this, because there was the financial imperative to service those older consoles. That's gone, and we're starting to see some really, really cool stuff. But then when you think about similar technological leaps on prior console generations, there does seem to be the sense that it happened a whole lot sooner. I don't know. What do you think, Alex?
Well, I would like to say regarding that, what you just said, we've reached the point now where developers have optimized so much that we were seeing hardware ray tracing in both games, covering both the same things, ray tracing GI and reflections in some capacity, which is impressive. But we also see like kind of what that costs a bit. Both of these trailers are good looking in a lot of ways, but they're both, I think Oliver and I described it, like they're both very soft trailers. Like, so we're seeing the cost of running those things in real time, and it's affecting resolution. I don't find that such a bad thing personally, because I also like DVDs and I like Blu-ray films, and those aren't exactly very precise looking formats. They're good, they're high quality, but they're not precise. And I think I like visuals that are visually coherent more so than precise and like fine pixel detail. But that's just my opinion. But like you're saying, Rich, it did take quite a bit of time. I kind of want to say, like, what was a good Xbox 360 game or even like, heck, Xbox One and PS4, we started seeing stuff right off the bat where it was like, yeah,
I would say Project Gotham Racing 3 on Xbox 360 right away was doing a lot of stuff that we'd never seen before, and it was just like, whoa. Not to mention rare stuff, right? Like they were throwing around all the parallax occlusion mapping and all kinds of other cool effects. Even if the games like Perfect Dark Zero weren't the best, they were doing some amazing tech right away.
I love PDZ, John. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I don't think it's good, but I like it.
Then it was but then within the first few months we had, Graw. Remember the Graw craze? We had Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, Oblivion shows up, and then we get the demo for Lost Planet in the summer. And all of these were like a gigantic technical step forward, right?
Right. Yeah. And then you sort of got the reveal of stuff like Assassin's Creed, which, to be fair, looked completely unlike anything we'd seen before.
Yeah,
right.
PlayStation 4, I mean,
Killzone,
Shadowfall. Yeah. Rise, Son of Rome on Xbox One. These are sort of games that looked pretty astonishing that you can't imagine them running on PS3 or an Xbox 360.
They still look amazing today. Like if you
those are still great looking games.
They're good looking games.
So for this generation, obviously we kicked off with the first Unreal Engine 5 demo, but to actually see those games come to market took years, and to see the actual leap that The Witcher is delivering in that demo is
that for sure. I would say that the Demon's Souls at launch was, while not necessarily doing too much new, it did feel like a pretty big leap forward technically, but then we didn't really see a lot of other games going for that bar.
Right. Mm-hmm. You get the point though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, going back to the question, I mean, I guess the 30-60 divide is an interesting point, but you know, The Witcher does look a whole lot sort of blurrier than what we're seeing in GTA.
Yeah,
I think it's just the fact that the CPUs, they seem to have done a lot of effort in CPU optimization on Unreal that makes Lock 60 in that content at least viable. I mean, there is a slight, I mean, the other thing, of course, is, as pointed out by Richard Tucker there, we're comparing a demo to a game that's on the final furlong of development there, and is an actual game at this point. But I'd be surprised if The Witcher didn't ship at 60 based on what we've seen here. I mean, you can kind of figure out how they've done it. GTA, though. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I don't think there's too much more we can say about this question. It's almost impossible to compare them because they are basically a demo developed much further on in a generation versus a game that apparently started development in 2020 and isn't going to come out until 2026. And The Witcher is going to be probably, I mean, we talked about this in the video we did, Alex, it's probably going to be cross-gen at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, tricky one.